All right, my friend. So the reunion day event is here, and basically all you do here when you first log in, it's gonna pop up on your screen and tell you about it. But what you're gonna end up doing here is you're gonna end up going to Pandora here to kick it off. See, she's got the purple thing over her head, so we're just gonna go over here and you're gonna chat with her. Do the little dialogue, blah blah blah. She just tells you about the reunion day and all that stuff. So I'm going to skip it as I've already done this on my main, but we're over here on our alt checking it out. So you can see the goal here is to collect origami condors to get this kind of stuff. You have your exchange shop that's going to allow you to spin those as well to get things like exotic element artifact choice chests, artifactual clusters, fruits, essence, a couple charms, whatever. So a few decent little things here and there. But what you got to do here is you come over to this, so the Reunion Bakery, and you basically have to collect this stuff down here. So you can see here for Wu Ming, he wants this purple stuff and this green stuff. So how do you get the purple stuff? Well, you do Void Final Blows, and it tells you Gauntlet Blitz, Destination Exploration. Same with Ayula, wants the Void ones. Mishra wants Void and Arc. So say you don't want to do Void, right? So you can click here. Boom. We get Shira, which changes over to Solar. So same thing. I am going to do Solar stuff as my alt is Wolf. So this one is going to take Solar and Arc, so I'm going to need some of that as well. And we might as well see if we can change him over as well. Oh, this is a high value one, so we probably don't want to switch that over. So we'll do the Void ones to get that. The green stuff here is defeating Shinkas in a legendary campaign. So what I'm going to do is go do the legendary campaign here. I'm going to do it on probably a character that has Void so that I can get both of those there. So if all right, my friends, so when you go into the legendary campaign, what you're going to notice is that when you get kills, whether it's Solar, Arc, Void, whatever, you're not going to get those other materials from that inside the legendary campaign, as they do not drop in here. The only thing that drops is when you get those Shinka kills. So when you see we get the Shinka kill, boom, we get that Decayed Chitin right there. Okay, so in this one, we only need 3 for the ingredient. But in this one, there's actually 1, 2. There's definitely 3 Shinkas in here, possibly 4. I can't remember off the top of my head. But you'll get the 3 that you need from your legendary campaign, because there's at least 3 in any of the legendary campaigns, and that's all you need. And that's all the game will let you store. You can't over stockpile this stuff. They all have a cutoff value. It's 3 for the green stuff, and then the Solar, Void, and Arc is 25. So once you have 25 of them, you can't get any more. They just won't drop off the enemies. So again, like I said, you're just going to come in here to a legendary campaign. You're going to kill, run through it. You're going to get your 3 from the Shinkas, and then you're going to move on. Now, it also said you can go do like Gauntlet Onslaught and stuff like this. But from what I've seen is you have to be the one that gets the kill, especially when it comes to the Solar, Void, and Arc ones. That stuff wasn't dropping for me when people on my team got the kills. It would only drop when I got the kill. So I think you're better off just coming in legendary campaign since you're by yourself and you're going to get the kills on the Shinkas to get your 3 and be done with that. And you're not fighting for kills against your teammates. Now, I could be wrong, like I said, but I didn't go and try to do it in the onslaughts. I just went right into the legendary campaign on both my accounts to get that green ingredient. So play through your legendary campaign, get your green ones, and then once you're done with that, you can move on and get your Solar, Arc, Void stuff from whether you whatever you want, blitzes or going out and doing exploration. So if you need to do like daily commissions, you can get them while you're doing your daily commissions from killing that stuff or whatever. Or you want to go farm Gauntlet Blitz because you're trying to get the new weapons, whatever. You just go out and do it till you get 25 of each of them. That way you're covered. Go through, turn them all in. So we're going to skip ahead and I'll show you them dropping inside of the Gauntlet Blitz. And then I'll show you turning them in and stuff like that. Nothing much to it. So here we go. And here you go. Here's another Shinka kill. You see we get our stuff there. And this is just me running through this a second time just to show you that it won't drop any more of that green chitin. I already went through. I got my 3. You see there's another kill. No more loot from him. So it only lets you hold 3. All right, so once again, we just got done with the legendary campaign, getting those ingredients. So the next thing we need to do is, as the quest shows us here, what else do we need? Well, we need Void. So we got our 3 from there, and that's all it's going to let you get is these 3, the 3 of them. So the first 3 Shinkas you kill gives you the green stuff, and then no more Shinkas are going to drop it for you in the legendary campaign. So now we need to get 12 Void, some solar ones, and that. But you get more than that because you see right here it says on the left where it says Reunion Bakery, today's available orders 0 of 5, today's refresh attempts 2 of 3. So acquire ingredients, it tells you here, has a chance to be dropped by combatants defeated with Void damage and Gauntlet Blitz and Destination Exploration. So same with the all 3, that's how you get your ingredients. So we're going to head on into a Gauntlet Blitz. Now with Wolf, we can cover all 3 of these elements, right? Void, Solar, and Arc, because we do have the new auto rifle. So let's set up our Wolf here for this. We're just going to switch out our auto rifle here. And then we're going to head in there and we're going to get some kills. And you're going to see this stuff start to drop. So like I said before, my thought after doing this on my main account was maybe you could just stockpile these ingredients. Because I know once you turn them all in, it definitely stops dropping the ingredients inside the blitzes as well, just like it did inside the legendary campaign. But I'm not sure that if, as long as you don't turn them in, maybe you can keep stocking them up. So maybe we'll try it out and see here. But you see I just got one of the Void ones there from getting that Void kill. Now the one thing that's gonna be the kind of a pain in the butt here is that it seems that the stuff only drops off of your kills. So if you're doing this in Gauntlet Blitz, you're going to be fighting against the other people that you get grouped up with. So it's kind of good. So I don't know if you guys have done a lot of Gauntlet Blitzes, but a lot of the times now, because people just aren't playing as much anymore, a lot of the times you do Gauntlet Blitz, at least for me, you get queued up by yourself with 5 bots, which is kind of a good thing for this event, because like I said, it looks like it only drops you ingredients off of stuff when you get the final blow, not everything that your team does too. So you see here we're getting arc ones because we're using the smart bomb now. And make sure we pick them up, because I'm not sure what happens if you just leave them there on the ground. So we're just going to spread the love here and stock them up. But like I said, you may want to try just to keep running through for a while and stocking up on all the ingredients so that you don't have to farm them up each day and you have a stockpile. It may not work. So like I said, once you get a certain amount, it may stop dropping them to you like the Shinkas do. But all you got to do is keep running through and testing it out. But that's pretty much all you do, my friends. You go through your legendary campaign to get the green ones. Once you get those 3, which you'll get in your first run, then you move on to your Gauntlet Blitzes to get all that stuff depending on what you need. If you need solar, you got to do solar kills. You need void, you got to do the void ones. So it's pretty simple. And then, so once we get a bunch of these accumulated here, I'll show you what it's like to turn them in and then go from there. All right, so it said you could also get your stuff from exploration. So what we're going to check here is what exactly that means. Does that mean just coming out here and killing random enemies out on the maps? Looks like it. As you see, we just got a void one to pop off that guy from doing our daily commission here. So if you're having trouble of just getting out killed by the people on your team inside the Gauntlet Blitz, then you can come out here and do it like this solo, to where you don't have to worry about people stealing your kills, as some people would say. So we've got it all done. Now we're just going to pop into the event here and turn our things in. So we come here, we come to the bakery. You see we're 0-5 for the day. So we're just going to turn these in. You see we're 25 on each element. And it's just going to run you down through your... Doesn't matter which ones you turn in, because you can only turn in 5. So we did our 5. We're all done. You can see now it says 22 hours and 7 minutes till it opens for business again. So we get to do it again at the morning reset. But once you've turned that stuff in, you can come to the shop here. You see we have 300 origamis accumulated, so we can buy whatever we need to out of there, whether you want some fruits, some clusters, whatever. But you'll be able to accumulate enough of this stuff to buy everything out of there. So kind of pick and choose what you want to get, as we are limited to how much we can get per day. So let's say I really needed a cluster right now. I could buy one of those for the 300. Or I could get me, 3 bags of the fruits there, getting me 12 fruits for 100 a piece. So pick and choose the order that you buy your stuff in, order of if you really need something right now or not. I don't need any of this right now, so I'm just going to let mine build up and I'll buy it all later. But if we go back to this, the other thing I wanted to show you here is, you see in 5 days, a fishing thing is going to open up. Don't forget about this down here as well, the festival contribution. This is between you and your pack doing progress. You're going to earn a nice 5 clusters here. So make sure your pack guys are doing their stuff and get those rewards, get those clusters, my friends. That's going to do it for this one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.